In this video, I'm going to show you a Claude feature called a Dispatch, Claude Dispatch, which lets you message a Claude instance from your phone, either via iMessage, via Discord, or the Claude app. Now, if you're like me, you might be asking yourself, how is that different from the remote control feature, which lets you access your computer Claude via your mobile phone Claude? But there is a difference, and I'm going to get into that here. I got it pulled up. All right, so I got Dispatch pulled up here. They've added it as like a side tab here to the code tab. Tab heaven here. You got your chat tab, you got your co-work tab, and then the code tab. And then within that, there should now be a dispatch tab. I think this is likely only for people who pay. So keep that in mind too. So when you go to the dispatch, you might be thinking, okay, this is like remote control. Then I start this out in one of my projects, and then I message that Claude bot from my phone. But that's not quite how it works. That's how I thought it initially works. But really, it's one Claude. You're messaging one Claude the whole time. So it's not like you're starting new conversations. Dispatch is one conversation. It's one conversation with one Claude the whole time. And that Claude basically can be you with the computer, and it can start other Claudes in your projects, and it can do other stuff. And it can keep memory over all of your conversation with it. So it's a slightly different paradigm than the remote control feature and the Claude Code feature that you're probably used to working with, where you just have like Windows, Claude Code, another window, Claude Code. It works a little bit differently. So you can really think of this as more of your, maybe like an assistant on the computer. You can talk to this Claude instance from your phone, and then this Claude instance can go ahead and do work within your computer, and you can give it a ton of different access to your computer. You can give it entirely access to your computer. I wouldn't recommend that because they're going to scan your entire computer and have all your stuff, which is fine. You probably don't have anything weird on there, right? You could also have it keep the computer awake so that you can talk to it via dispatch. I use the dispatch on my Claude mobile app, but I'm pretty sure you could set it up with iMessage or Discord. And iMessage, I think, requires computer use, so just keep that in mind. I didn't want to enable computer use entirely, so I'm just doing it through the Claude app. And you can automatically change what mode it's in, or it has the same modes as a normal Claude instance: plan mode, auto mode, reckless mode, ask mode, beta mode. And then it also has outputs here that it generates for you, so it'll keep a collection of that. I'm working with it right now to make some new skills, and at one point I said to it, are you able to spawn another agent to perform that work that we just talked about while you work on something else? And it goes, boom, spawned. It's scanning all these different projects to go do that work we talked about. What do you want to work on while it runs? Boom, and I can continue the conversation with it, which is cool. Now, one thing that's a little weird about it is that I sent this message at 3:07, 10 minutes ago. I sent this message 10 minutes ago, and it still hasn't responded. At one point earlier in the conversation, I was like, are you still there working on this? And it's, oh yeah, I'm still here working on this. And I'm like, I didn't see anything that you were working on this, but it assured me it was, and maybe it is for 10 minutes now, but I asked it a super simple question. It wasn't anything that it needs to work on. It just needs to answer me. So I'm not entirely sure how, they don't add much transparency here into what is going on, especially not as much transparency as you get when you're just working with the normal Claude Code instance, and it's Clauding, skedaddling, reasoning, whatever it is, and you can click that open and see the little details in there. You can't do that with the dispatch, it seems, which is a little bit of a limitation. I don't know if I need to message it again. It does have read receipts, which is helpful. Like, robot read your thing. Okay, cool. Is robot going to respond to my thing? Unclear. But maybe they'll fix that or add that in by the time I get this out. I don't know. But yeah, so you can ask it to do anything here. You can have it spawn agents. This is awesome. I was out sitting at the park earlier with my dog and just having it work on skills. So if you haven't messed with this, try it out. It might speed up your workflow. You might get some value done while you're waiting in line at the grocery store or something. Just start building some stuff. You don't have to be at your computer. Check it out, Claude Dispatch. It's a feature here within Claude Code. Next, I'm going to mess with the routines. I'm not going to do that in this video, but that is also a new feature that has recently come out, which lets you schedule dispatches or something. I think Claude Dispatch, message Claude from anywhere, have it do stuff on your computer. That's pretty cool. Hey, if you like this video, subscribe to this channel, Creator CTO. I'm helping creators just like you build products using AI. You want to build your audience into some products? You want to build some products for your audience? You're at the right spot. All right, goodbye.